Are you a real estate agent and you want to start selling and marketing properties for big developers and get into that pre-construction market? Me and my team, we recently took on a 39-unit townhouse development. This was one of the biggest scores that our team could have got because during where the market was declining and not a ton of resale was doing, we're able to still absolutely crush our real estate goals by hammering down and selling this pre-construction development for a developer. And it was game changing in terms of the amount of business that we ended up getting from it. So if you're someone that wants to learn how to set, and so for people who are looking to do this, you don't necessarily have to be the one that ends up selling the development for the person. You can just offer to market it for the developer for free. And I've done this in a few other cases and had a ton of success getting in the pre-construction game. I know in my area, people love doing this type of real estate investing where they just have to put a small deposit down in order to secure the property. And then in a few years from now, they end up completing on it. And the crazy part about this game is the really nice thing about doing pre-construction is you don't have to do any showings. You don't have to battle having to go show them this property, research that property, send them all this comparables. It can be extremely efficient for you to pump out 10, 20 sales each and every year, just in a couple month time span by marketing to these pre-construction projects. So if it's not something that you're currently doing, you need to add this into your real estate game because it could be an extra layer in order for you to get more sales. How me and my team use this is usually in the slower seasons, we end up getting these developments in resort style communities where skiing and snowboarding is very heavy. This is typically when the most amount of traffic is happening in these areas. But what does that mean as a real estate agent? I'm sure everyone who's been in the business, as soon as November and December hit, you relatively slow down quite a bit. So this is an extra layer that you can start doing if you want to really crush your goals in those November and December times, is target these resort communities, these winter communities that are super busy during it in our off season. And especially if you're someone that hasn't quite hit your real estate goals and you're just thinking, what can I do? Every single buyer I'm talking to wants to wait till next spring. Every single listing I had is going to wait till next spring. Where can I get business? And the secret to that is going to be pre-construction and resort style communities. So this may not be applicable exactly to your area, but no matter what state, province you're in, you're able to sell, you're licensed in those areas. So there's got to be one community in your area that you can target that's a resort community that's busy in the winter time for property sales. So I'm going to show you exactly step by step on how to set up these pre-construction ads. What's going on, everyone? It's Russell Mortlock here with the Apex Group. Super fired up to bring this video to you because I know so many real estate agents, they go through that sales cycle. And I know especially when I started my career, I was crushing it. The slower winter months would come and you're like, oh geez, I'm not having a ton of showings. What am I going to be doing? I was always able to fill my time and work my business, but coming across selling these pre-construction in the slower time has really been the secret to us still maintaining and hitting our goals each and every year and having our sales increase. If you're someone that wants to get into this game and you want my team to run your Facebook ads for pre-construction, go in the description, fill out that form, and we'll see if you'll be a right fit in order for us to do your marketing. Okay, so let's dive in exactly how to make these pre-construction Facebook ads. So for campaign, I'm just going to call this pre-con, and then the development special ad category, we are in housing, so you're gonna have to click that on Canada. There's one thing that I've really learned with running these ads and how developers go to sales. Usually they do a 3 to 4 month build up where they generate as many leads as possible in that time, and then they take it to market. So you're gonna have to test your location quite strategically in the first couple of months and see which ones are performing the best, but I'll get to that more later on. We're in the special ad category, so there's requirements, the campaign details, don't have to worry about that. A/B testing, you're going to hear me say this like a broken record. Do not A/B test too many things at once. When you're A/B testing, you're maybe changing an image or one line of copy on the image in order to get more clicks, or you're keeping all that stuff the same and testing different locations. You want to make sure if you are A/B testing, you're not doing too many things at once. Especially for the people that run their own Facebook ads. Don't be going in this every single day, making little micro tweaks to it. It's not going to actually help your campaign. We're going to be wanting to get instant forms. Our Facebook page wants to do performance. We want maximum number of leads. Cost per result, do not adjust this yet. Just let it figure it out. Dynamic, creative, I don't put this on either. And daily budget, this is totally up to your personal preference. The nice part about doing these pre-con is if you say eliminate all your other marketing ad spend and you just focus on these ones for the next 2 or 3 months, you can pump in a ton of advertising dollars in a short period of time and get really good results. But my rule of thumb is per person, you want to leave it to probably around $20. Budget scheduling, not applicable. Your audience, maybe if you had a database that you've created on other resort style communities, in example of targeting those ski towns, you might want to put these audiences in there to target them or make a lookalike audience to target them. But here we're just keep it general. Okay, so now we go to the location. So this is where it is going to take some time and you might potentially make these adjustments every 2 weeks. So starting out, we would use Canada. So we're going to use the United States and Canada as the country. And I'm going to talk about that a bit more when we get in here. So as we're going through here, we want to add. So the crazy part about that is you are going to keep it very general and open. And one thing we noticed, like we just sold some properties to people in Boston and to Florida. So keeping it general with Canada and the United States to start, you're going to see which amount of leads are coming in from the best states or from the best provinces. As you develop all this stuff, you want to make sure you're getting good information from you doing. So yeah, select the United States there. So you want to really pay attention that you're really recognizing where the best leads are coming from, right? So say like when the ones in Boston and in New York, the leads that we converted there, these people are very high net worth people. And the crazy part about being in Canada is their dollar is so much better. It's literally like pennies on the dollar for them to purchase properties here in Canada. And so this is where a lot of people came that bought in our pre-construction were from United States. So then we started segmenting the targeting. So we found Boston and then we found Seattle, Washington and Spokane, and some of those areas were really great places in order to market them to. But that's where you're going to have to test that about every 2 weeks, see where the best ones. So even in Canada, we might start doing like certain cities where you think are going to perform the best. Placements, once again, we're going to do all the manual placements, take off the audience networks, all the feed stuff you're going to want to leave other than Facebook Marketplace, and then go down to here, search results. We typically take that off as well. And one other thing here, don't worry too much about saying that you're not going to get any leads from Facebook. They do this every single time trying to get you to increase your budget. I can promise you, you're going to get a good amount of leads, even spending $20. Like say if I increase this to 100, we'll say, let's go to 60. It's still going to show up as I'm going to get 0 leads, which is not the case, right? If over 300 million people are going to be estimated to see this, you're not getting 0 leads. But that's just an example there of how Facebook tries to get you to spend more money on their ads. Go back to $20 next. Okay, ad name. We'll do this as make sure you know which Facebook page and Instagram account it's going. So create that. So for these ones, I always just like doing a single image. They seem to do the best there. So let's create it. The really nice part about all this stuff here is I can generate all these images with AI. So all this stuff was done through AI in a few different apps. So if you're someone that wants to learn exactly how to create these amazing ad pictures using artificial intelligence, well, go to my Instagram, russellmortlock.realestate, shoot me a DM saying AI, and I'll send you all the tools that you potentially need in order to grow your real estate business. But I'm just going to explain this a little bit more because we did battle test this on running these ads. You might think this is a little long. Norwegian inspired townhomes. So in the community of Revelstoke, you have a lot of people you may refer to as hippies or people that really like to be in the outdoors. That's why all these people live in the resort style communities. It is like being in a different part of the world. You're in these things that seems that are surrounded by nature, and they love these Norwegian concepts. You know what I mean? So we got this nice cedar accent with the black Norwegian inspired design. So playing on that, people really stick out. And then starting at $760. So this is a good price point for what's selling for in this market. So we want to accentuate that these are starting at $760. You might want to, I could throw something like affordable townhomes in there or certain different things, but this Norwegian inspired townhomes copy at the very top seem to do very well. Okay, let's upload an image. And that's the beautiful part about AI. Like all these pictures and stuff, they took me a matter of minutes instead of days in order to come up with good ones in order to use. So you can see this looks pretty good. Norwegian inspired townhomes starting at $760. It definitely sticks out. We'll see how it looks in feeds here. Yeah, it's gonna, okay, primary text. Quite truthfully, I've never really tested to see if different emojis work better. I just kind of go with whatever I think looks cool. So yeah, right here, brand new affordable townhomes for sale. That's one thing that's really big about marketing pre-sales. You have to build up that early access. The whole idea of it's not on the market, no one else has access to it. This is very exclusive, is super important. Once again, we're going to go more volume instead of higher intent. We're going to use the ad of our image headline here. We're just going to keep playing on, hey, you want early exclusive access to affordable townhouse project. But yeah, fill out information to get floor plans and pricing. Go to privacy. So right here, privacy policy in place. These ones work really well. Like, I can't stress this enough, like how effective marketing in these pre-construction places, especially if you're a little bit slow during the time of year. This is kind of pours gas on to your real estate business in terms of giving you access to actual projects to sell in the slower times. Unless you're absolutely killing it and like you're an agent that's doing over 100 deals a year, most certainly in the winter time, if you're really ambitious and motivated, you can take on doing these pre-construction marketing. And then I would put in what our website is there down below. That's specifically to the development there. So it's taking people from this to the website link on the project there so that they can see all of it. You create the form. Okay, yeah, so you fill out the description here, the headline, thanks, you're all set. Visit the website to get more information on the project, view the website, then insert the developer's website link there so they can go through it all. Perfect. Then you just hit publish. That is exactly. So you can see the way our ads look right here. Norwegian inspired townhomes starting at $760. Brand new affordable townhomes for sale. Discover the newest development in Revelstoke. Get early access today. These absolutely rip, and they did really well for me and my team. And this can be a very big in a lot of people's markets. And this potentially might be where your team ends up getting to sell pre-construction projects, where you just go out to these developers and just ask their permission in order for you to market their homes for free under your dollar. And this is a great in for you to start building those connections. If you're someone that wants my team to take on your Facebook ads marketing and teach you how to get into the pre-construction game, we'll fill out that form in the description there. And if you're a right fit, we'll reach out. Then for the people that were really intrigued on how I'm building these images with AI in literally minutes and not having to spend days trying to design these ads, then you're going to want to go to my Instagram and shoot me a DM saying AI, and I'll send you all the tools that you need in order to elevate your business as a real estate agent using artificial intelligence.